Hi everyone, welcome back to Bright Ink. Today we are going to do part 2 of going through all of our old notes and stories.
But there will still probably be a part 3 because we still have not got everything with us. That'll probably be way later, but still. We're definitely excited for this episode. It's always fun to go through old stuff and, remember the good old days.
Okay, so we did The Dreamwatcher last time. This time we want to talk about a book that we called Arborea.
So this is our original handwritten notebook.
Oh my gosh.
Arborea. On our second drafts, we changed the title to Ashes. You can see the old notebook underneath this beautiful painted, this used to be like a tree as well.
I'm pretty sure I tried to be that tree. I'm so bad at trees. I'm bad at everything.
Pretty good tree. It is a pretty good tree.
Arborea / Ashes was about people who could turn into animals. We had the same setup that we had when we started writing The Dreamwatcher, where we each picked a character and wrote from their perspective and switched back and forth. Her character was named Gwen.
And she could turn into a hawk, a red-tailed hawk.
My character was named Reja, and she was an anomaly and could turn into a tiger. And she ended up running away from home when she was a little girl and growing up in the woods as a tiger. It was a cool story. We had a lot of fun writing it.
So this is the first. We filled this up as best we could. Here's our very first entry from Gwendolyn's perspective with my very careful handwriting that lasted about half of the page. And then...
You're the one in the middle.
Yeah. And then there's our second chapter from Reja's perspective.
It says Reagan.
Oh, yeah! It was Reagan at first, and then we changed it to Reja. Here we go. This is my actual handwriting. So we filled this book up, but we weren't done with our story. So then we picked up this Harry Potter notebook.
Just to finish
it off. This goes for another third of this notebook.
This is our typed first draft of Ashes.
I've got my own copy, which I actually have no idea how I got, because
we thought we had one.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then 6 months ago or something, you were like, do you have Ashes? And I'm like, I do have Ashes. And then you were like, oh, never mind, I found it. And I'm like, how do we both have it now? It's so weird. This one ended at 179 of these pages, whereas The Dreamwatcher was 400 and something. Unlike The Dreamwatcher, we planned out a sequel. So this is the notebook that we started writing book 2 in. Look, more gross handwriting.
We started typing some stuff too.
We did, yeah. And I think we mainly stopped to be like, okay, let's actually plan out this trilogy.
We've got notes. See if I have some of it mapped out. These are bad guys. Turulon, Viren, arrows.
I just discovered this map in the notebook.
Here is our little case where we put a bunch of our notes. Where should we even start? I have so many things. Okay, I'll just pull out random stuff. Want to tell them about it?
Yes.
What? I'm so glad we have them individually.
So this book was in this notebook.
Oh my God.
And we originally called it Captain We're on Our Own. So we've got Captain Hust, Robert Manning, William Stratton, who's communications apparently, Kyle, this is like a Star Trek kind of story. Joffrey Winters and Stuart Dwyer.
So bad.
We got halfway through this notebook.
We started typing up this one too. We have that whole...
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
We had a blog, remember? For Captain We're on Our Own?
Oh yeah! I forgot we blogged half of these books. That's awesome. Oh, there's a prologue in this one.
On that. Her station.
So this was me mapping out what her station would look like on our spaceship. Hey! This is the one that we stayed up half the night. It took us 8 hours.
8 hours.
We timelined out the whole thing.
We did it all in one. We plotted the entire book. Don't steal our idea. I'm just kidding. It's back.
Yeah. So here are some fun spaceship things. Ooh. Correct me if I'm wrong. At one point, we thought about changing the title to Invictus.
No, I think that's the name of the ship.
Oh, okay, the name of the ship. Okay, because for some reason I have this poem printed.
I actually have a lot of Dreamwatcher stuff in here too. Get this.
Selma.
Our villain. And she's now Poina because we used an actual goddess. In my head, it was Dethelma, like for
With
death.
a
Dethelma. She thought I was lisping the whole time.
I like legit thought it was supposed to be DeSelma and she was just lisping it, and I was like, this is annoying, okay? Finally we figured it out, and I was like, DeThelma! We used to do this thing to come up with names where one of us would say a letter, and then the next person would say a letter, and the other person would say a letter, and we'd just go until we had a name, like switching off who picked letters. We came up with a lot of dumb names, but we came up with some good names. Like in our book Ashes, one of our characters' name is Resiton.
Was Endurcius like that?
Oh, Endurcius! Yeah, that was cool.
No spoilers. Mapping out some awesome creatures that are in our book, that are still in our book. So this lasted the whole time. Okay. I won't read this all to you.
Oh, was that one of the letters we wrote to ourselves to try to keep us on track?
Yes! Dear Myra Davis, have you reached your goal? If yes, this is a letter of sheer congratulations. If no, you fail at life.
Did we meet any of those deadlines?
I don't think so, but we eventually did finish. If you haven't made it this time, don't screw up and get it done. Every single freaking draft perfected, chapters figured out, transitions smooth, language improved, everything wrapping together into the perfect, heart-wrenching ending you love. Amen. Good luck, signed with so far unpublished, Myra Davis.
Does it have a date on there?
October 15th, 2010 is when we wrote it.
10 years ago. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Hilarious. If you want to pause it and read it, you can.
What is it?
When we searched names of actual gods and goddesses, that's when we we listed out the lean right here. This is the first time we ever wrote that down, and it was just in the list of a bunch of other names. Then we underlined it and starred it, and then now that's her actual name. There's Iana. Yeah. This one. The timeline of an ancient Persia story.
Ah! I have one of those too.
Oh my gosh!
And we were at like my church's board conference or something, and we were being bad and doing this instead of paying attention.
We were kids. You and I went to see Prince of Persia together in theaters.
Yes!
We loved it, and we got out and we were like, we want to write a story in ancient Persia, but we already have 8 notebooks. Can we really do 10? Because we probably
you can't have an odd number.
Have an odd number.
Look, we've got our like back and forth, like, what if we did this? And we're like, yeah, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh, can you read some of that?
You should just see my desperation and how young I am. And we used to talk like first person, like our characters all the time, and admire my spirit. And then you're like, ooh, he should get curious and follow me. Sweet. So is he Johanne's family? He should be your guard. I was like, yeah, cool, I like it.
That's how we figure out our story.
Here's the actual notebook that we started writing in. We submitted the first chapter for a contest, and back then it was called The Heart of Deception, and
I still love that title. The Heart of Deception. Yep.
We got 3rd place. So it has my name on it because we submitted that one under my name, and we submitted first chapter of The Dreamwatcher under her name. But really, it's both of us. So we got a little weird trophy for it. And here's a picture of us holding the trophy.
Just one of the books that we are more likely to pick up soon. The Heart of Deception is awesome, and it kind of ties in with our niche almost of
historical mythology kind of thing.
That might be our next one we write.
Hi Nessa.
Okay, here's the last one.
I don't remember the title.
I do.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Which is so generic. It doesn't tell us anything. Another dystopian. Back when dystopian. Yeah. Anyway, it was kind of cool, but we never finished. Last one.
The 13th Arrow. which I actually feel like is a cool title, but
It's one of our few good titles.
yeah.
This one was so unique. We talked a little bit about this in a past episode, but this one, instead of 2 female characters that we switched back and forth between, we switched between a dragon and her rider. So
I feel like I remember quite a bit of that timeline. And we came up with lots of like really cool names and dragons.
thanks for bearing with us through all of our things. I'm just going to show you what my desk looks like right now.
Please like and subscribe. This is Bright Ink.
Over and out.